Hello everybody and welcome back for episode 4 of our Cavern Kings Let's Play. It looks like we're going to be back for a little bit more action, and we start out with a shovel today, which I'm pretty excited about. So it looks like you guys are still enjoying watching me play this, and I'm super excited about that. It's also looking like there are going to possibly be some updates coming up for Cavern Kings, maybe even ones addressing some of the things that I've mentioned in prior episodes, so I'm pretty excited to see where that goes. Also really happy that you guys have been so involved with the series, leaving me lots of comments and letting me know your side of things, what your experiences have been with the game. Many of them have been very favorable, and that's really good, and I'm glad to hear it. You've also left me a couple of tips and strategies and things that I would hopefully try to employ here if I wasn't terrible. That's kind of the one caveat, right? So the main sentiment that I seem to be hearing a lot is, okay, first of all, whatever just happened to me, that was total garbage. We're probably just going to throw this run and start over. But the main thing that I've been hearing a lot is, like, probably I'm rushing a little bit too much. I should probably hang out on each floor for a bit longer, and I should use the drill more to my advantage, because it actually will help me out more than hurt me, because I've been a little bit paranoid that it was going to basically screw up my run. Okay, so we got some knives. I thought we were just going to die a second ago, so I wasn't super invested in this run. We'll see if that changes things or not. Also, I've been probably a little bit too worked up about my lack of interest in the kinetic fist. I mean, it's just personally my least favorite item, but that doesn't mean that I think it's bad. I just think that I'm not very good using it, and maybe it's not the best suited to my playstyle. That doesn't mean, though, that I think it's not valid or that it doesn't fit in to the game, and probably there are a lot of people who find it to be one of the better items. It's mostly just to do with the mobility issues that I think I have trouble. I don't like the game sort of like pushing me around in the, the space, the game space. I prefer, if possible, to have a little bit more autonomy than that. What do I have here? The skull. What is that? Ironically boosts accuracy. That's really not going to be very helpful for my dynamite launcher, is it? But, I am still glad that this thing does crazy amounts of damage. I just don't think I'll be able to harness it as well as most. Also, people have told me a lot of times that I should make sure I focus on the front of the worms if I have avoided doing that from time to time. I'll try and be more careful, I suppose, and I'll also try to continue blowing up traps and things so I don't get stuck in corners as often. And what else? There was probably a few other things that you guys mentioned. I do appreciate all the feedback in general. If I don't mention one of your comments specifically, don't worry too much about it. I did read every comment, and I have read every comment. The only exception being if, on occasion, maybe one or two of the comments don't go through to my feed, which I've seen happen a few times. Also, I'm really psyched to see that this game is actually, it's really boosting some interest lately. I've noticed the day that I posted the first episode of this and the Indie Impressions video, I was, I think, the only, if not, there was like one other video to do with this, and now there's several pages. So it seems like people have definitely caught on, and it looks like, I mean, not only the Kickstarter was done and, went through successfully, but also there were some goals, stretch goals added to the list, so I'm very excited about all of that. And also, should mention this, I've had a friend of the channel actually go so far as to back the Kickstarter with the $150 tier reward, which means that there will actually be like an Indie Impressions negotiated power-up added to the game at some point, or at least that's the hope anyway. So I'm not sure how we're going to figure that all out, but the idea is that maybe we could all get together and decide, like, what's the one thing this game's missing, and then work with the developer to get it actually added to the game, and that's just freaking awesome. Like, I love this game as it is, and if we're going to be able to actually affect change on it like that, that's even better. Not that I want to necessarily affect change in any drastic, sweeping way, because I really do like the game the way it is, but I just mean if there's, like, one cool thing we can come up with, that's just awesome. We get to put our mark on things. Alright, so we've made it down to the tier of the world where there are lockboxes. Let's actually just dig up through this, because this is kind of taking too long. And I'm just using these missiles. Oh, yeah, look at all that money. My goodness. I'm using the missiles as, like, my main long-range weapon now because there's, like, way lower chance of me killing myself using... Oh, really? Because the missiles are, like, the perfect sized projectile where I'm not super worried about, like, missing and breaking the level, and they seem to do enough targeted damage where I need it that I can be specific, and they shoot very quickly. Also, couple that with the fact that when you're especially near an enemy, that's actually going to most likely kill them with the knockback or the melee damage anyway, so it kind of works out in every direction. So we should probably start thinking about drilling through the floor here. What else is there? Oh, people were telling me that the adding weight to your projectiles, that power-up, is largely to do with just a straight-up damage boost, and also leveling up my character is a thing that I've somewhat neglected to do at times, and that's actually a pretty beneficial move. Oh yeah, double health regen, love it. So if possible, I should probably focus a little bit more on farming enemies, if only because it might give me a damage boost that we could then parlay into more success later on. And I think we will pass a threshold where eventually in this series, provided we do keep things going, and I do intend, with all good faith, to keep things going, but we'll probably reach a point where, like, we start to have very long runs. And I'm looking forward to that, but at the same time, I'm also sort of enjoying the naivete that I am experiencing at the moment where, you know, we're eventually going to cross a boundary, sort of like what I did with Spelunky, where my play gets substantially better, and then you just kind of can't go back after that unless the game gets substantially tweaked or changed, which, you know, probably will happen as well, so there'll be a little bit of give and take there, too. And that's fine. Oh, okay, no, everything's fine. If I could get, like, 3 or 4 of those health regens, probably anything shy of me just, like, straight up standing on a trap, I'll probably be pretty much good to go. So let's just, like, focus on that, I guess. And continue to shoot all these worms up with dynamite, because what can really go wrong there? Oh, I would like this chest. Is that going to fall down if I get in the right spot? Yeah, okay. Also, somebody mentioned that I can actually bring the chest down from one floor to another, so, you know, that thing I was sort of postulating about apparently is a thing, and that's great. So there you go. I thought I was coming up with new ideas, but the developer's already been there, done that. Unlocked Golem's Core. Oh, cool. We've just unlocked a new thing to the item pool. Fantastic. The more the merrier. And I am super psyched that there's going to be more power-ups and potentially weapons as well. I really do want to see the Kickstarter stretch goals reached, because there was actually mention of the possibility of online multiplayer in this game, which I couldn't think of much more that I would want beyond that, and just like a stack of new weapons, items, and enemies, all of that stuff, just to extend the longevity. And I haven't even gotten to the point where I have any understanding of how the scaling works long-term in this game. Like, when we get very deep into the caverns, where's that going to put us? I don't know. Oh, I don't have enough money for that, but we're very close. Let's go ahead and grab it right now. Oh, it's 12. Okay, one more shot. That'll do it. Okay. There's going to be all of our money. And what is that power-up? I've never even seen that. More bullets! Oh, well, I would be super happy about that if not for the fact that I'm using the TNT sling, which I don't really want to use that much anyway. Oh, that was a poor bit of placement on my part. Let's blow up all of this stuff, and hopefully there's going to be some health in here. Yeah! I've seen some images of what it looks like when you get towards the end of this whole thing, and then, like, you pop open one of these lockboxes, and the amount of money that comes flying out is just obscene. So I'm looking forward to getting to that point in my play as well. Also, you know, the crashing and stuff will hopefully be addressed soon, and then we won't have to worry so much about that too, because that is kind of a fear of mine, that, you know, we'll have a particularly good run, and then it'll just kind of get thrown away because, well, the run just crashes, and that'll be the end of that. And I'll be kind of sad, I'll be honest, if that happens. And it probably will happen. Let's, you know, just confront that. I won't be that sad, but it'll be a little bit. And how am I going to get to this chest here up in the ceiling? I'm going to have to do a bit of a daring jump. I'm trying to manage... Oh my god, there's so many dudes everywhere. I'm not going to be able to get to it. Alright, so I'm just going to have to hope that this crusher is going to be able to, like, free the chest out of the... or the box out of the ceiling, and hopefully... Yeah, drop all that sweet loot on me, baby! Awesome. Ooh, do I get greedy and go for it? Yeah, I'm doing it. Alright, go down, please. Faster. Thank you. Oh man, it's the mech worm. This is a problem though. Oh crap, it actually wasn't a problem. I could have very easily killed it, but I decided to instead walk onto some spikes and screw my chances on that run. That's really unfortunate. What is that? So the blue thing that I got, I guess, denotes that it's of higher value or is like in a higher tier for unlocks. That's good. I'm glad that we've gotten a light blue item to complement all of our crappy white outlined items. And what do we have? Oh, we've got a new medal there. What's that about? I didn't kill it, did I? Did I kill it? Maybe I killed it really, really fast, and it was dying as I was dying. As I lay dying, it died as well. Alright, that's interesting. Somebody asked me to do a run without a ranged weapon, and I didn't even think about that. That's actually totally possible. I probably will do that. In fact, I very likely will do that, but probably not for a little while yet. Despite me not picking up this one. I just want to get a little bit more proficient before I start challenging myself to new, more challenging and daunting tasks. You know, I think I'll probably be fine because I mostly use my melee weapon for the most part anyway, unless it's the fist, in which case I can try to shy away from it. But anyway, it just sounds like a nice thing that I didn't even think about doing. And can I break through the floor with this? Yes, I can. It's just going to take me a moment. We'll just jackhammer through this box here. There we go. And I don't have any regen going on yet, so I need to keep that in mind. I've got plenty of money, so we should be able to hopefully grab that chest over there on the right. And we've got a missile power-up already, so we've got another ranged weapon I can use. It's nice, too, that you can get a ranged weapon out of your melee in a way. Just considering there are times when you may end up with a weapon where you're just really not happy with the way the run goes. Oh, yeah, that's very satisfying, having the laser pointer with that. Let's just leave. Oh, there was a double, triple jump thing, and it just didn't give it to me because I fell through it. Alright, that's kind of sad. I'm not sure if that counts as a bug or anything, but, like, of course, you probably would have preferred that that's what happened. Oh, man, the chain reaction is real on this level. That was, like, a lot of TNT boxes doing their thing. Alright, we're just going to get an opening ready to go so we could dive down if we need to. What do we have here? We've got a knife. And let's go upstairs. Hopefully some health in here. Yes, there is. There's almost always some health there. I also underestimate the fact that enemies tend to drop health on occasion. I can't really say with any certainty which enemies are most likely to, but, like, not the little hard hat Mega Man looking guys. Like the worms, the rock guys, and them seem to have a higher chance, or a chance, of dropping some health, which is great. Oh, fire feather. I almost called it a fire flower. That is a wrong game. Let's get rid of these spikes. I kind of am tired of dealing with taking damage from these guys. And let's just pop open this sucker. Not go through the floor yet, please. And I'm almost dead already, so let's try and not die right here. What do we have in this chest? Oh, another knife. Right, I think I've had a knife already on this run, unless I'm already confusing it. It does get a little bit messy trying to remember what happened on which run if you're playing, like, a lot in a row. Not that that's really the game's fault or anything, just, like, my memory kind of sucks, and we're already dead, so, you know, GG on that. But I'm thinking, like, what if there was a little, like, a tiny little bar somewhere in the corner of the screen where you could just put, like, 28 by 28 pixel representations of each of the images of the things we've unlocked, the power-ups we've unlocked. I guess that brings us very much into Risk of Rain territory, so I'm not sure quite how far the developer wants to go in that respect. But it would be kind of nice for reference at times, just to see if this is like a thing we've got or not. And we've got a saw driver. I haven't seen this guy in a little while. Good to have it back. I kind of do like the saw driver. I think it's pretty useful for doing some like quick burst damage to a targeted area. May not have the best range or anything, but the fact that it sits on the level for a moment is actually quite beneficial. Let's just dig this sucker out. Also doesn't do a lot of damage to the ground beneath it, which is surprisingly handy at times. When you need to actually just like focus on an item or breaking open a box, but you don't want to break through the ground yet, which seems to be the case with me quite often. So, you know, I think I'm pretty happy using this combination of items, using the jackhammer and the saw driver, I mean. There was people in the comments going through like the pros and cons of each of the various melee weapons and such, and I think probably the jackhammer and the shovel, my two favorites. I mean, there's not a lot more than that, honestly. Is it just the fist beyond that? I think, oh, and I think there's maybe another one I can unlock at some point that I haven't gotten to yet, but we'll see. But yeah, it's nice that there's a bunch of different varieties of ways that the game can be approached, and in fact, they're pretty diverse with each one of them, and that was one of the goals that I remember the developer had cited, you know, to make meaningfully different gameplay experiences from one try to the next. And I think that's definitely been accomplished. Perhaps a little bit more diversity in enemies and such would be good too, but you know, I've seen and heard about runs that last so long that you have to basically just suicide to get out of them, and in that case I'm sure we'll see a broad swath of different enemy approaches by the time we reach that point. Oh man, we get the laser sight again. Not so useful again. I just feel like I keep ending up with the items that are not what I need with the pairing of what I have, unfortunately. But now that I know that the heavier bullets thing is basically just a damage up, well, I guess I can't be too upset about that, and I should really farm some more of these enemies so I can maybe get some level ups. Have we gotten actual straight-up confirmation on exactly what leveling does in this game? Because I'm not totally aware of that just yet. I know that it's a good thing, because, you know, why wouldn't you ever want to level up? But I want to know exactly what it does. And I also don't think there's any way of knowing exactly when you're about to level up, too, right? Just seems like it's sort of like, oh, here we go, there's your level. I guess you could put a little parallel XP bar like at the bottom of the health bar or something. Just have like a little blue gradient increasing from left to right as your red bar decreases from right to left. Something like that. I don't know. Blue seems to be the universal XP color. Maybe it could be green also. I've seen it in various colors, actually gold too. Maybe it's not universal at all. Maybe that's just my head playing tricks on me. So where are we at? We're on level 5, and I feel like we're doing okay. I could really use some regenerating health right now. I think it would be a very big boon if we could just basically hook that up. I've got enough for one of these 2 chests. So let's dive in. What do we have? Alright, heavier bullets. Very good. And we're just going to sit and farm enemies for a second, see if I can get to 500 again. Get into this other chest. There's no traps from what I can tell here. There is a box, though, that I actually didn't even notice up in this top corner. We'll see if I can carve out a niche for myself. There we go. I forgot I actually had another jump that I was just neglecting to use. Oh yeah. I really enjoy that burst of treasure that opens up when you break open one of the crates. And always the satisfying and wonderful feeling of knowing that there is a health power-up coming right from one of those a moment later. And on we go. We've got traps on this one. Alright, let's rid the world of that. What else is there? They're symmetrical. They're always symmetrical, and yet I never seem to notice. Are they always? I don't know if they're always symmetrical. They seem like they are often, though. Let's just throw some saws down here, and these guys can sort it out later on. Get the health, get the health! Alright, that might have kept me alive for another level, maybe. Let's just pop a bunch of saws downstairs, and we'll just see if we could clean up. Oh my god, the freaking... spikes all the time. Hate the spikes. Alright, can we just get out of here? I'm so close to being dead. Oh no, it's the boss! That is very poor timing for the boss right now. Wow, did I actually kill it? I actually killed it and I got an Ankh. Opening chest increases max health. Oh my god, I've never even seen this item yet. That's fantastic. Let's go get some more max health if I can not botch this. Open chest. What do I get? Oh, more accuracy. And what about up here? Let's open this up. Alright, a little bit of a health boost. And I guess, okay, we can only leave through that one compartment down here, I suppose. I thought there was like a new golden bar, and I was very confused by what that was about. So I guess now we've like officially killed the boss. Even though I had already done it in the past, I just maybe didn't notice that I had done it. You were there, you saw what happened. Let's open this chest and increase our max health some more. Oh, heavier bullets, that's great, but I don't want to die yet. Get me out of there. Watch out for spikes. Get some saws going. Oh, no. I thought that was actually going to last a bit longer if I could get over to that lockbox. I'm not even sure they're called a lockbox, but I'm just calling it that. So that gave us a gold border around the Ankh. That's pretty cool. So I guess maybe that's like top-tier boss drops or something like that. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for another episode. I'm still having a blast playing some Cavern Kings. You guys definitely all need to go play it yourself. If you haven't already, give the demo version a download, or the beta version a download, and go support the Kickstarter in the green light if you haven't already. There's going to be links for those right inside of the description. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying the LP. If you are, consider leaving a like, because that helps me know that you're still around and still watching and still having fun. And I will be back with another one real soon. So I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one.